As a solo game developer, I try not to pay for anything. No Unity assets, no models, nothing. And for the most part, that's not bad. That means that everything in my game is created with my own two hands. And anything not in my expertise, I find through GitHub. Well, about 2 weeks ago, I came across a free GitHub project that became one of the most useful projects I've ever gotten from GitHub, and that's Screen Space Global Illumination. Now, for the solo devs that are like me and hate the idea of waiting 8 hours for your scene to bake its lighting or bake global illumination, you've probably been wishing for something like this. And in this video, I will be going over where to find this project and how to set it up in your own project. So let's get started. Now, first, download the project from GitHub as a zip and move the entire folder into your Unity assets. Once that's done, you should be able to add Screen Space Global Illumination in your render features. Now that that's done, create a volume and create a new volume profile. Click Add Override, then Lighting, then Screen Space Global Illumination. Then set your settings to what's shown on the screen. Once that's done, make sure the mode is set to global and that your scene camera is allowing post-processing. If everything is done correctly, you should see a decent bit of noise in both your scene view and game view. Now, as a quick rundown on what each of these settings mean, full resolution, as the name implies, means that enabling this will give your global illumination full resolution, which will definitely tank performance. Next is quality. This is simply the quality of the global illumination. Sample count is the amount of samples that global illumination will use while calculating light bouncing. The higher this is, the lower the performance. Denoise, also as the name implies, will remove the noise that you will see while using this. This is a necessity because otherwise your game will be extremely noisy and will not look good at all. All other settings I didn't mention are ones I'm not very knowledgeable of, so I'll refrain from even attempting to explain them. That is pretty much it. Now you have free global illumination in your game that also doesn't tank performance. Now I do want to go over how good this is. First, if you look at the room, you can see that there is zero interior lighting. There is one light in this entire scene, and it's a directional light. The walls and ceilings are helping create a shadow through the window. Now this is how the scene normally looks, and this is how it looks with this global illumination. The coolest part about this is that without any extra lighting, just the SSGI, it knows how to calculate where light would bounce, causing the blinds under and above the window and even objects farther away from the window to be realistically lit, making the scene look very realistic. Now, this example could be different from your game. If you don't have dark rooms or scenes that lack a lot of light, then you won't be able to visually see much of the SSGI. If your game is darker or your game is a horror game, this would work very well.